Massive stone blocks and fitting them together without mortar is an advanced ancient construction technique that is seen not only in Peru, but in other parts of the world, such as Egypt. This indestructible form of polygonal masonry was convergently developed by cultures with no communication, of which none possessed sufficient tools to quarry, transport, carve, or place these stones. Many believe these cultures actually inherited these sites and that their true builders were part of a global and technologically advanced ancient civilization that perished at some point in time, possibly due to some sort of cataclysm.
I want to tell you about the mysterious underwater wall, which until recently was displayed on Google Maps in the Pacific Ocean. This wall ran along the entire meridian, from the South Pole to the North Pole. For the first time, information about the underwater wall passing along the 180th meridian in the Pacific Ocean appeared at the turn of 2010. The discovered wall was of interest not only because it ran from the very South Pole to the center of the North Pole, but also the question, how did it appear there? The height of the wall itself measured from a few meters to several kilometers in height from the ocean floor. This design was impressive in its size.
Like how that Earth is meeting the glacier. You see that interesting shape?
Oh wow,
it's
yeah.
Making? I know. Like where are we right now? What planet is this? Just take a phone picture.
I've never seen terrain like this.
It's so insane, isn't it?
I'm just mesmerized.
Because this is right at the edge of it. These pools of water.
Ice, like cold. I don't even know what
like nothing you've ever seen, huh?
Nothing like nothing.
It blows away anything we've seen so far.
Oh man, the ice below us is that's like the Grand Canyon of ice.
Yep.
Just like blown away looking up at the walls and the peaks next to us. And the ice starts to go from smooth to starting to break up here.
I like how that Earth is meeting the glacier. You see that interesting shape?
Oh wow,
it's
yeah.
Making? I know. Like where are we right now? What planet is this? Just take a phone picture. These pools of water.
Ice, like cold. I don't even know what
like nothing you've ever seen, huh?
Nothing like nothing.
It blows away anything we've seen so far.
According to conventional history, New Zealand is the last major landmass on Earth to be settled by humans. This distant island, located in the southwestern Pacific Ocean, remained uninhabited until the first Polynesians, the Maori, arrived around 1300 AD. However, a remarkable discovery was made on the North Island of New Zealand, one which can completely shatter our established understanding of the region's ancient history. Within the dense vegetation of the Kaimanawa Ranges lies a large megalithic structure known as the Kaimanawa Wall, a formation of stone so precisely fitted together that it has ignited a fervent debate about its origins, challenging our understanding of New Zealand's prehistoric past. The wall itself is characterized by a series of tightly fitted stones which, at first glance, appear to have been placed with precision. The stones are massive, with some estimates suggesting that they weigh several tons each. It was determined that the stones were 330,000 years old and were made of ignimbrite, a volcanic stone made of compressed sand and ash. The nearest outcrop of such stone is 3 miles away or 5 kilometers. This aspect alone has fueled speculation about the level of sophistication required to assemble such a structure, should it have been the work of human hands. Upon closer examination, the arrangement of the stones reveals an almost geometric precision. The stones align in a manner that suggests an intentional pattern, with straight lines and angles that are uncommon in natural rock formations. This peculiar arrangement has led some to propose that the wall could be the remnants of a large megalithic structure, most of which is still unexcavated. It's worth noting that many ancient megalithic sites are aligned with the true north, such as the pyramids of Giza, Stonehenge, Chichen Itza, and many others. Brailsford came to the conclusion that the stone blocks of the site were not natural, and they were precisely cut and stacked.
This was used in some Japanese castles to create a wall that was difficult to climb. What we see in the Osaka Castle boundary walls is certainly burdock piling, with each of the two platforms overlooking a moat. The central castle building or tower is 5 stories high on the outside and 8 stories high on the inside. The focus of this video though is not the outer boundary walls, but those that make up the walls on the inside, and the colossal megalithic stones inside them. The most famous megalith is known as the Octopus Stone, also known as the Drum Stone, and is the largest of several megaliths at the castle. It measures 5.5 metres by 11.7 and weighs more than 120 tonnes. It is called the Octopus Stone because of a so-called octopus shape on its lower left-hand corner. No, I don't see it.
Nestled in Hyogo, Japan, lies the Ishi-no Hoden, a 500-ton marvel known as the Floating Rock or Anti-Epidemic Megalith. Carved from volcanic rock, it stands nearly 20 feet tall, seemingly defying gravity as it rests above a reflecting pool. While age and origin remain shrouded in mystery, estimates place its construction between the 6th and 9th centuries. Intriguingly, the stone's design creates the illusion of floating. Carved with a hollow base and surrounded by bedrock on 3 sides, it allows viewers to peek beneath, further enhancing the optical illusion. This intricate engineering marvel has earned the monument a spot among Japan's 3 great miracles. Adding to the mystique, local legends attribute miraculous healing powers to the water beneath the rock, said to fluctuate with the tides despite no visible connection to the sea. Beyond its visual wonder, the Ishi-no Hoden sparks debate. Was it a religious monument, a testament to ancient engineering, or something more enigmatic?
Here in southwestern Montana is one mysterious wall. It's called the Sage Wall, and a conversation surrounding its origins has recently exploded with many, myself included, thinking it deserves a closer look. It's called the Sage Wall, with so many similarities to other ancient megalithic structures I've seen throughout the world. This site is definitely worthy of intense research, documentation, and scrutiny to determine its origins. Is it simply a natural rock formation? Or are there too many coincidences here, and researchers will one day conclusively determine that the Sage Wall constitutes ancient evidence of advanced human civilization?
See, geologists I talked to today said, oh yeah, but there are things like the Giant's Causeway in Ireland, which are natural phenomena. Those big square blocks. It's possible.
Okay, right. Now, that is actually basalt. That's basalt crystals, and as that kind of volcanic core cools, it crystallizes into these 6, 8-sided crystals. In fact, there's a giant city built in Micronesia, 11 square miles, called Nan Madol.
Most people have no idea that there still exists on the island very ancient megalithic mortarless walls that may predate the statues themselves. Captain Cook and the British expedition of 1774 marveled at the precision stone megalithic masonry on Easter Island. Cook compared these walls to the best in England.
In the entire world, the straight cliff fronts seen in these photos are man-made. wherein an unimaginable quantity of rocks have been cut and removed. In Japanese, Mount Nokogiri means Saw Mountain. It's believed that name came from the Hell Peak Point, a jagged cliff on the top projecting out from the mountain, which resembles a traditional Japanese saw, thereby the name Saw Mountain. The mountain is volcanic tuff and had been a quarry since the Edo period from the 17th century until the 1980s. Tuff is a relatively soft, porous rock that is usually formed by the compaction and cementation of volcanic ash or dust. In outdoor quarries, masons start from the top and dig downwards. Since the Nokogiri mountaintop and vertical cliffs are adorned with the same layered markings, it's conceivable that the ancient masons were daringly ambitious from the beginning, because they quarried from the mountaintop and over time reshaped the whole mountain. The magnitude of the stone quarry is jaw-dropping. Countless layers of quarry markings can be seen from the summit of the mountain on the striking tall cliffs and down to the bottom of the hills, as if the same technique had not been changed for hundreds of years. Upon close inspection, the evenly spaced, parallel slanted tool marks are quite uniform and accurate. Such fine markings cover all the quarried cliffs. Were these regular markings excavated solely by hand tools? What an incredible feat! Did this come from the hard work of generations of stonemasons using chisels, hammers, and pickaxes? Or was the site excavated by ancient high-tech tools from a lost civilization? After doing my research, I realized that both possibilities exist. So, in this video, I'll play the devil's advocate by presenting my reasonings on both sides and let you be the judge. Is Mount Nokogiri the epitome of centuries of hard and precise human labor, or is there much more to its creation? First, let me show you some other ancient Japanese quarries from the Edo period and beyond. These contemporaneous quarries contain recognized masonry markings of that era and are confirmed to be legitimate quarries whose stones have been used to.
This has been a Kinkinati production. If you'd like to support the channel, links are in the description.